My beloved child, take a seat with me for a while. Allow the day's swirl to settle like snow on the peaceful ground. Breathe. I have something to tell you, something you have barely dared to believe and have silently desired to hear. I am amazed by you, not because of your titles, accolades, or any other metrics the world keeps track of, but because of the way you consistently chose love, even when it cost you. Because of the way you consistently showed up when no one was looking. Because you chose not to become bitter when it would have been simpler to do so. I caught it all. I see you now. It's common to question whether you're doing enough. Your branches seem barren as you gaze at the fruit that is readily seen. I have, however, been observing the steadfast, devoted, and deep roots. When storms tried to break you, you leaned in my direction. You resisted when the earth felt cold, as accusations and recollections flew like arrows. You learned to take refuge behind my protection. Please keep this letter close to your heart if it inspired you, dear one. Let your faith shine. Press like to demonstrate it with love. I saw you decide against being sharp and instead choose to be kind. I saw you gulp down words that would have won the debate but made you sad. I observed as you stepped away from escalation, erased the reply, closed the screen, and muttered, "Help me, God." Rather than demonstrating your correctness, I saw you show kindness to people on tired days in life, not just in line. I witnessed you letting someone else go first. I saw that you didn't emphasize the weeping, prayers that you failed to share, gifts you anonymously donated. You expressed regret without demanding an apology in return. You believed these to be trivial matters. Holy, heaven called them. You felt like you had let me down on certain evenings because you were worn out, you were unsure, your prayer was a sigh and your worship was a whisper. Listen to me, child. I am not impressed as people are. I assess the heart's weight compared to 1,000 flawless speeches delivered with pride. The sigh that comes from an honest place sends more fragrance to my throne. Your devotion to the small things in the invisible world, your yes on random days, has created a cathedral. You wonder if your silent battles were noticed, leaving your bed when you're held down by sadness, arriving at work while anxiety cried out, forgiving once more when the offending was severe, the act of burying a narrative that you may have told to generate sympathy in order to preserve the dignity of another person. I noticed. I held on to every second. I traced each ache. I am weaving a garment of glory around your life, and I've folded every little act of valor into it. Get this, by impressed, I don't mean that you are perfect. I'm saying that I appreciate how persistent you are despite your flaws. You continued to fall short when you were limping. Despite your shaking, you continued to trust. You continued to pick me when the old pattern summoned you back with tunes you knew. Saints are brave for that. Not because weakness doesn't exist, but because the story isn't defined by it. You have a certain beauty. Seldom is humility celebrated in society. Retaliation would have tasted great for a while, but it would have made you feel sicker later, so you chose peace. As opposed to a cutting line, you opted for compassion. In the spirit of goodwill, you offered a cup of water when nobody was keeping track. Instead of using the suffering of others as gossip, you used it as prayer. You did not ascend in order to fall. You prayed for them to recover. Heaven was proud that angels learned your name by listening to the beat of your kindness. Please, my darling child, get up and spread my wonderful news. Thanks to you, peace, truth, and knowledge are shared. Press the super thanks button to accept extremely generous presents from heaven. You recall the season when no one responded, Doors did not open, friendships faded, there weren't many answers. A seed crushed into the ground was how you felt. They all rejoiced over the flower above, but for the seed below, no one composed songs. However, I was with you in the mud. You managed to keep your heart tender, saying in a whisper, "I trust you." The voice was cracked. When the page was stuck down by grief, you turned it. When you didn't comprehend that moon, I saw you bless the day. I also noticed the subtle adjustments, the manner in which you came full circle to apologize without absolving yourself, the manner in which you seek advice rather than imposing your desire, how you forgive someone who ran before you and let go of your jealousy, the manner in which you decline to utilize my haven as a scorecard, the way you delicately crossed a conflict by placing her on top of her thinking that peace would ensue. That was impressive, not because you performed, but because you realigned your heart with mine, beloved. If these words make your heart feel my presence, honor it. Assist people who are in need of hope by sharing my light. To show your faith in me, click the Super Thanks button. Your Super Thanks is more than just a gift. It is a declaration that you trust in my provision and that you will help spread my word to those who are lost and searching. Only you believe you have grown. Your growth is profound, I say. Trees that endure numerous winters have tales to tell in their rings. And you do too. I'll engrave the circle of strength within you every time. My, however, found space in every other, nevertheless. Your endurance is a strength, the resilient kind, which feels and continues to choose love, not the fragile sort that rejects emotion. Listen then, I'll tell you what I saw. I watched you pray for the person who wronged you, not out of arrogance, but out of genuine concern for their well-being. I watched you protect a child's wonder, respond to an empathetic message, discreetly pay a bill, deliver a meal, and sit with someone who is struggling to express their sorrow. I witnessed you singing over your sink, consecrating your commute, and giving thankfulness for the little things. I watched you establish limits to maintain harmony rather than punish. You laughed again after losing, and I shared in your laughter. When guilt prompted you to glance down, I saw you look up, and I raised your chin the remaining distance. Everyone's applause is measured. I take alignment measurements. The globe gathers awards. I gather heartfelt tears and turns. Continuous novelty is required by the world. Consistent rhythm of patience. The daily bread of kindness and persistent repetition. I celebrate these. And now, allow your spirit to finally bear the truth. You have been honored in heaven. You, not the fictional one, not the cleaned-up version of the narrative, not the highlight reel. I'm being chosen by you as you go. When a heart remains silently burning on the altar, there is music in heaven. Seeing you take up hope like a lamp and face another day brings me joy. I've given you the blessing of my love, my treasure. My tranquility will blossom like the sunrise if you sow it into 3 wounded hearts. I am aware that you have questioned whether I am disappointed since you still have moments of vulnerability. Your frailty does not disappoint me, dear one. Your honesty has touched me. Your necessity does not offend me. It is the thing that attracts me. You'd have only yourself if you didn't need me. I'm delighted I have you and you have me. I want to give you some assurance. You are in front of new doors, not only chances to be noticed, but avenues to be of service. Steps you can't yet name are being guided by me. Certain ones will open slowly, like a curtain pulling back to show a morning you've been hoping would arrive. Others will suddenly swing wide, revealing to you the enormity of what I had in store. Discover hidden gems of the same art that captivated me as you stroll through them. Honest, modest, and more interested in hearing than publicizing. Peace is coming your way too. A different kind of tranquility from the realities you attempted to compromise with anxiety. This tranquility flows in like a river that knows its path. It will look for dry spots within you. It will fill the halls where the lines of anxiety were practiced. Old charges that sounded like your own will be silenced by it. My gift to a heart that continued to choose faith in the dark is this. The blessings are arriving in the form of permission as well as provision. Permission to sleep guilt-free, allowance to savor what was previously unstable, allowance to dream anew without fear. I'm not rewarding good work. My reaction is to posture. While I am gently elevating you bent low. Now you ask, what should you do? Go ahead and do what makes me happy. Step out with the grace that I give you. Donate freely. Remain modest. Allow your heart to speak first in the language of thankfulness. Opt for empathy, particularly when rage would be astute or more audible. Be teachable. The soul that listens is where wisdom finds a home. Practice being present. When you're with me, other people, or your own breath, take caution. Keep your heart pure, not as a show, but as a means of achieving happiness and clarity. Don't stress about doing things perfectly. I travel this road with you. I nudge you when you meander. If you're afraid, I'll hold you. I raise you up when you fall. And I love you while I lift you. Your mistakes are not meant to embarrass you. In order to remind you that grace has carried you, I am charting your accomplishments. Also, you've made decisions that are deemed lovely by heaven. You extended forgiveness without addressing the matter. You rejoiced over someone else's response while your plea remained unanswered. You didn't act like you were okay. Instead, you lamented honestly, and you discovered me faithful in your candor. You find that loving those who are hard to love reveals who you are in me. You search for the image of God in them. They are the gems that never rust. These fruits don't sour. These donations will live on in eternity. Yes, I find your heart impressive. I want to speak to the sensitive area that fears you are insufficient. It is not a threshold you have to clear that defines you. Love is holding you and won't let you go. Don't forget that impressing me doesn't imply flawless performance. It indicates your continual return to me. You showed me who you really were. You didn't shut the discussion off. You continued to put prayer before pride, hope above indifference, and love above cynicism. That is the formation of saints. Give yourself over to my light, my child. Give it permission to pass through you. By uniting in love, we will heal and mend every wounded spirit. I also wish to inform you that I caught what others fail to see. The night you held back your irate words and instead extended your hand, I saw. No one else was sending the message when you did, I observed. When you stayed with someone who needed someone to listen for a little while longer, when your lack was given, when you declined to tell lies to please others, when you had the best of faith, when you could have been wrong. It caught my attention when you defended someone's reputation after they damaged yours. When you recovered from grief and returned to joy, I saw it and named it worship. When you spoke the truth politely, and when you remained silent to maintain harmony, I observed. This is for you, God, you said as you lighted a candle in your room, and I noted that you allowed your breathing to become a hymn. I do not see you as invisible, my darling. I am in possession of your name. I've recorded your days. You're crying in my bottle. I can feel your laughter. In addition, I am planning a season of ease within the same duties because I have seen and am happy with it, the ease of friendship with me, not the ease of indolence. I feel light when I bear the yoke with you. If you let me time the steps, they are steady. When the work fits your design, it sings. Here's a quick guide for the coming days. Have a tender heart. A moment of hardness feels powerful, and then it breaks. Softness bounces back and bends. Your hands should remain open. I'll put in and take out without your grip. Don't lower your gaze. Refrain from counting waves. Examine me. Don't be harsh with yourself. Even the truth can be elegant. Maintain a leisurely pace. I wash Mrs. Wonder, and she walks with me. Observe my actions as you live this way. I will cultivate your tranquility till it becomes the vibe you radiate. I'll increase your favor until doors that you formerly knocked on slowly open, removing your knuckles in the process. Until it turns into testimony, I will make you happy, an invitation that cannot be ignored. I am the object of your pursuit, not these things. Give me a moment to say this blessing over you. May you have a restful night's sleep. Don't be surprised in the morning. Your chats are therapeutic. Your work is important. You should relax guilt-free. Be prudent with your boundaries. Your laughter is often. Your tears are appreciated. Show gentle courage. Quickly forgive. And keep being grateful. May I feel like a present partner by your side rather than a faraway ideal. May you feel my grin. I am proud of you for the efforts that no one noticed, the restarts that no one praised, the excuses that no one asked for, the forgiveness that no one thought possible, and the self-control that no one expressed gratitude for as your faith returned after the frost. You deserve my admiration for prioritizing love over correctness, more than being whole, more than being admired, more than being faithful. Come, drink from my word, my child, if you're thirsty. Join me as we delve further into the secrets of my land. Press sign up to get advice and the warmth of a caring community. Take this to heart then. No one is going to notice you. Heaven's record isn't a list of your shortcomings. It's a hymn to your loyalty. Your refrain is well known to the choir. I still go for love, hearing that never gets old to me, your father. Raise your head. Your doors are closed. You are about to experience a new level of kindness. Knitting under your skin is a new strength. Your life's long, silent obedience has tilted a cup in heaven, and now the rain is starting to fall. Smile as you move forward. I've got the story covered. Carry this last word with you as you go, sealed with my serenity and wrapped in my love. My child, you have my admiration. I've witnessed how you quietly made love decisions while no one else was there. Heaven was impressed with your heart, not your strength. Greater favor and delight are on the horizon as a result of that increased tranquility. Listen carefully, my dear youngster. It is no accident that you are here. It is not by accident that you have come across these words. My hand guided the very breath that brought you here. You've been looking for a word that does more than just make you think. You come in search of a word that resonates deeply with your soul, a term that reaches right to the heart of your identity. And I can assure you that you have discovered what you were looking for right here in this holy moment. Because I've brought you here myself, I recognize you. You're heard. I am aware of your inner tremors that you have never expressed out loud. I am aware of the prayers you have spoken during the silent times when no one else was around. I am aware of the questions you repressed, the concerns you dared not voice, and the tears you tried to hide. However, I wasn't aloof even in those situations. I've been nearer to you than your breath itself. Know this, you're doing more than just reading words. The one who created you, who purposefully sculpted you, and who has supported you through every storm, is here to meet you. These words were penned specifically for you, not by chance, but by divine appointment. You are on hallowed ground right now, in this place. You are getting the correct word for your soul at the right time and location. In your spirit, sense this reality. The long-awaited response is already coming to light. It was never denied what appeared to be delayed. In my timing, it was being refined. I'm not here to provide nebulous words of support. I am here to talk with the love-piercing clarity that breaks bonds and pierces confusion. You are in the core of my design, under my care, and under my cover. You didn't just happen to be here. You were called into it by me. You need a new word for the season you are in right now. A word that reawakens what has been dormant, rekindles your faith, and infuses your soul with new vitality. This is your affirmation. I have you exactly where I want you to be. Let my love shine within you, my dear. Take it into the most obscure areas. Together we can mend and provide comfort to everyone's tired heart. Lean in now. Allow pure curiosity to awaken your spirit. I'm going to take you beyond the obvious and beyond the well-known facts you've heard before. My heart has dimensions you haven't yet encountered. You have not yet entered wombs in my presence. You believe you understand my love, but there is so much more, kid. If you follow me and open your heart, I'll take you there. You will soon realize that every aspect of your life, the pleasures, the sorrows, the delays, the closed doors, has been woven into a larger than you could have imagined tapestry. You'll start to comprehend why some seasons appeared quiet, why some prayers went unheard, and why the weight of your problems was greater than you had anticipated. I am not merely expressing my affection for you. I'm sharing how my love has been there for you despite your suffering. Where you believed I was gone, I have been moving in the shadows. But pay close attention. This isn't your typical message. The purpose of these words is not to temporarily calm you. They are supposed to permanently change you. The weight of the truth I am pouring into your heart will never go away. Shackles will come off, fear will subside, and an unshakable power will emerge within you if you allow yourself to be completely receptive to it. However, you run the risk of continuing to be bound by what I am attempting to release you from if you ignore me and take these words for granted. This is a divine moment, a predetermined time where heaven and your life will meet. What I present to you today is neither fleeting inspiration nor the waning voice of human encouragement. While the world may provide temporary solace, I provide eternal transformation. My word is alive. My voice has power. Emotion does not expire my reality. It persists with power. I am not here to offer you platitudes or reassuring words. My purpose is to awaken your destiny by revealing a real truth that cuts through confusion. You cannot get what I am offering you right now from any other voice. I don't take words from men. It is eternally born. The person who wrote your tale before you were born wrote it from the bottom of their heart. I am aware of your past. I have your gift. Additionally, I've already walked into your future. In the clamor of the world, you are not overlooked. I've heard every murmured prayer you believed was unheard. Every tear you shed was not in vain. I collected them, held them in high regard, and transformed them into seeds that will eventually sprout. You have experienced nights that seemed to go on forever. However, my light was still there by your side, waiting for the designated daybreak. Never undervalue the closeness of my walk with you. I was your invisible haven, even when you couldn't feel me. Your invisible defense has been my hand. I want you to visualize this fact now. I have you standing behind my cover. No weapon may pass through above you. No opponent can win around you. Even if the storms may be raging outside of you, you can never lose the tranquility that exists within my presence. You're not delicate in my care. In my dominion, you are not forgotten. You are cherished, chosen, and guarded. I brought you here for this reason, to remind you that you are under the Almighty's shade. Unless you go on your own, nothing can take you out of here. Listen, my darling. The road ahead may not be easy, but it is wonderful. Every challenge you encounter will have a purpose one day. Every wound will bear witness to my recovery. I will transform what the adversary intended to destroy into the cornerstone of your future happiness. Music. Let your life serve like a lamp that I set atop a hill, dear child. Thank you very much for joining me in lighting the path for everyone. Receive unending grace by clicking the Super Thanks button. You decide to trust me every day. You are taking back territory that is irrevocable. There will be times when uncertainty hints, but keep this time in mind. As you read these words, think of the calm that surrounded you. Keep in mind that I have verified that you are in the right place, hearing precisely what is intended for you. Recall the interest I instilled in you, because it is an invitation to get to know me better rather than a diversion, because this is more than just writing. These aren't only words. This is my spirit entering yours, waking you, calling you to a higher plane, and guiding you toward unwavering faith, freedom, and peace. You and I are walking together. I am the strength that comes before you, the voice by your side, and the presence inside you. Hold my hand. Remain near me. From now on, each syllable will build on the one before it, bringing you closer to the realization of my love. You're secure. They see you. You have been selected. You are incredibly liked. And my darling, this is just the beginning. Let me guide you farther now that you are aware that you are in the correct location. Your spirit's curiosity is sacred. It serves as a wake-up call. You allow yourself to be reshaped from the inside out when you lean in and want to see what I see and hear what I have to say. Information gathering is not your purpose. The purpose of your visit is to undergo change. Greetings, dear. You've reached the point of a divine meeting. Now, follow me to the next step. You haven't just happened to stumble here. It is by divine appointment that you are here to receive impartation, not knowledge. Not simply a word to be read, but a living seed that is intended to take root, develop, and change the very rhythm of your life is being released into your spirit right now. This is the point at which revelation turns into dwelling, when your beliefs become the very essence of your breathing, moving, and living. You are on the verge of being discovered. You have not yet entered some levels of reality, not because they are concealed from you, but rather because they have been saved for you. It takes bravery to knock, humility to wait, and boldness to enter the rooms of faith where these truths reside. My purpose is to provide you the key. Your eyes will be anointed to see beyond circumstances when you open these doors, and you will experience life through the clarity of divine intention rather than the lens of confusion. You will see why I permitted the seasons of silence, those times when it felt like heaven was motionless and your prayers were not heard. I wasn't ignoring you, you'll see. I was growing you. I let delays deepen you rather than deny you. Before the seed of destiny could blossom, the soil of your soul had to be broken. Your harvest was irrigated by each tear. Each setback served as a divine diversion, guiding your heart toward the larger narrative I have been crafting throughout your life. Nothing has been wasted on your voyage. Not a single lonely night, no heartache, and no unsolved question. Every bit of your expertise has been combined into my plan's masterpiece. You see pieces. The entire mistake is visible. I'm bringing things into alignment that you can't see yet, making divine appointments, planning meetings, and setting up chances that will present themselves just when your spirit is prepared to handle them effectively. You have been selected and given a name, dearest one. You make me happy. I will always cover you with courage, hope, and joy if you stay close to me. You wouldn't be able to handle the enormity of my blueprint if I showed it to you now. That doesn't mean you couldn't accept the blessing. The reason for this is that your foundation is still being strengthened to support it. Child, trust my timing. I construct with accuracy rather than speed. I never make half-hearted or unfinished promises. I always fulfill them completely. But pay close attention to me. Your comfort is not the only reason for this impartation. It's for your vocation. There is an enemy who trembles as he observes the course of your destiny. He wants to divert your attention, sap your optimism, and subtly convey that you are forgotten and that your religion is futile. He is aware that he can postpone your fate if he can persuade you to question. I'm speaking urgently now to wake you up, not to fear you. It's not just you in the fight. It has to do with the generations that depend on your compliance. Others will be able to pass through the gateway created by your breakthrough. Many people will be guided out of darkness by your testimony. The melody of victory that reverberates across the lives of those you touch will be your faith, purified by fire. You might not be broken for others if you hesitate right now and withdraw in discouragement or fear, chains that are supposed to dissolve. For this reason, I invite you forward with tenderness in my heart and fire in my voice. Know this, there is nothing like what I have put inside of you. The mark of your adventure is unique to you. How I kept you safe when others fell. How I've whispered hope when everyone else was quiet. It has all been quite intimate. My interactions with you are accurate. In my kingdom, there isn't a single design that works for everyone. Each soul is a unique manifestation of my creativity and mission. So, dear, don't hate your individuality. Avoid evaluating your process against the advancements of others. I am writing something unique, priceless, and irreplaceable in you. Even the times when you nearly gave up, when the night seemed to go on forever, and when the weight was too much to carry, weren't wasted hours. You were put to the test there. In such moments, I was closer than your breath, strengthening your roots to prevent bending or breaking in the face of heavier winds. I was training you to hear me over the din of panic. I was protecting you from too much publicity, protecting you from conflicts for which you were not yet prepared. It wasn't a rejection if you hadn't heard from me yet. It served as defense. There was a plan behind every delay. I was communicating through stillness in every silence. My timing isn't an obstacle. It's a boon. I am never too early, never too late, and I never take your destiny lightly. Doors will open with such suddenness when I say the designated word that you will realize it is a supernatural orchestration rather than human effort. The foundation I provide for you won't be brittle. It will be impregnable, safe, fortified, and out of the grasp of anyone who would do it harm. I'll give you fruit that won't go bad. The happiness I let out will last. Temporary relief is not what I deal with. I work in the field of eternal repair. I'm here to turn your scars into testaments of glory, not to heal your wounds. Why does the opposition fight you so hard, you ask? It's because he anticipates what's going to happen before you do. He can feel your confidence growing, your authority rising, and the unwavering trust being created in your soul. He is aware that his power over you will fully evaporate once you recognize who you are in me. Every action you take in faith reclaims land for my kingdom, and he is aware of this. He tries to mislead you with uncertainty because of this. But I'm here to use the truth to silence his lies. Pay close attention. Your life is currently being spoken over by the same voice that created the universe. My word over you is stronger than resistance, louder than fear, and enduring forever. Lean in then. Allow these words to change your heart as well as your thoughts. I'm molding your eyes to see beyond the obvious. I'm fortifying your heart to bear benefits that won't break it. I am strengthening your faith so that you become a living example of my strength, my serenity, and my presence, not just a survivor. Others will be drawn to the manufacturer light as you walk with me, a strength that cannot be shaken, a joy that cannot be taken, a tranquility that defies reason. They will see my nature reflected in you. You must not give up now because of this. It's not over yet. This is a fresh start. What lies ahead will validate all I've said and reveal a side of myself you haven't yet experienced. Dearest, stay near me. I'm with you every step of the way on this important adventure, not as a far-off God, but as your dependable friend, devoted parent, and eternal light source. And know that I haven't ever looked away from you. I was watching even while everyone else ignored you. I was moving beneath the surface even when you felt still, similar to a tree's roots getting deeper before breaking the ground. I've been strengthening you in ways you can't see. Every sigh has been captured on tape, every tear gathered, every pain recognized. I haven't disregarded your suffering. I've been making it different. You have lost nothing that you have suffered. I'm making everything right, transforming each gloomy thread into a glorious tapestry. I shaped the morning during the exact hours you believed would never end, and the dawn light is coming up now, kid. I'm getting the sunlight ready before your eyes even open to the daybreak. I've started organizing your day's specifics long before your prayers reach heaven. I don't delay aimlessly, nor am I slow. However, I am aware that it is simple for your human heart to focus on what is left undone and what seems to be taking longer than expected, and to believe that my promises have been forgotten while you wait. You consider what you do not yet own and question whether you misinterpreted me. But now I can assure you that my promises are not flimsy. They are not shaken by the passage of time. My words over your life are as unchangeable as the throne I occupy. My remarks are steadfast and unaffected by criticism, fear, or uncertainty. What I've said is not negated by the opposition you encounter. It simply serves to highlight how unstoppable my plans are. I don't talk sloppily. My own breath has sealed the power in every phrase I've spoken. It will happen when I say it will. Nothing in the universe can reverse it. I am never careless with timing, even if you don't comprehend it. Precision is in every delay. Every quiet moment is a tactic. Every door that is closed provides protection. You're not the only one lost in doubt. You are covered, invisible to the naked eye, but impervious to all the forces of evil. You are surrounded by the Almighty's shadow, which is one of proximity rather than distance. My shadow is cast because I am close enough to provide you with protection, not because I am far away. To live in my shadow is to always be conscious of my presence all around you. Your sense of calm deepens, and my protection becomes more palpable the closer you get. You are called to live as a resident of divine rest, not as a guest in safety, but as one rooted in my calm. Even in the midst of chaos, the storms of this world will come and go. However, your home is stable since it was constructed in my presence rather than by accident. Do you recall times when you were in danger but were unable to be touched? I was that person. My hand was protecting you while someone else's words shattered your heart, but were unable to break your spirit. My knowledge led your path when opportunities passed you by just for greater ones to come along later. It was not by accident that you were maintained, but on purpose. I'm not watching your narrative from a distance. I am its author, its defender, and its ever-present guardian. The barriers I have put around your life are impenetrable to the enemy, who has long tried to shatter you. Continue to hear this reality. It's a daily decision to stay in my shadow. I'll never make you stay near me. I'll entice you with love, speak to your soul, and extend an invitation for you to stay in my care. But you have to make the daily decision to abide. You choose whether to sleep with me or to go out into the world and make noise. I've put my affection in your hands, child of mine. My calm will envelop 3 needy hearts like a river. If you give it to them, I will still love you even if you drift, but you will notice a change. Joy will seem more ephemeral, peace more elusive, and life's burden more pressing, as a natural consequence of being away from me, not as a kind of punishment. The weight of this world pounds down more on you than it does on me. Even the hardest load feels light when I'm around. So get closer. Don't just stop by. Don't run away in terror or run to voices that can't save you as life's storms rage. First, come to me. Like water, pour forth your heart. Don't keep your suffering hidden. Your doubts, fears, and questions can all be handled by me. Because you have trouble trusting, I won't turn away. There, I'll meet you and help you grow in your religion. Not just when you're strong, but especially when you're feeling broken. My arms are wide. I am familiar with the road ahead of you, both the obvious and invisible routes. I'm already in the areas you haven't yet visited, getting ready for what you will eventually traverse. You won't have to fight some of the wars because I'll win them before you do. You will never witness some of the risks because I will eliminate them before they have a chance to manifest. Blessings are on the way, wrapped in the perfect moment with my own fingerprints. Recognize this, dear. I'm doing more than just keeping you safe. I have a reason for keeping you safe. You don't live a random existence. God has divine tasks in store for you that call for the fortitude, perseverance, and humility that are currently being developed in you. You are preparing for every moment, including the unpleasant ones. Like gold, you have been refined. Despite its intensity, the fire is cleansing rather than punishing. What's left is more dazzling, crisper, and stronger than before. Many people yearn for benefits but aren't prepared to bear them just yet. I love you too much to offer you something that might hurt you if you're not ready. You asked me to open certain doors fast, but if I had, you would have been crushed under the weight of them. You pleaded with me to keep some relationships going, but I knew they would have prevented you from reaching your full potential. I noticed the pitfalls in some of the chances you believed to be ideal. I was shielding you from danger, but you thought I was withholding good. I never say no when there is a bigger yes waiting for me. My training goes beyond simply increasing your stamina. It's about defining who you are. You have changed from who you were. Strength, wisdom, and grace have been carved into your spirit through every season of straining, every night of weeping, and every unanswered prayer. With unshakable faith, you are being shaped into a vessel that can bear my glory and accomplish your destiny. Therefore, firmly establish this fact in your heart today. With me, you are secure. Safe not just from peril, but also from hopelessness. Safe from the lies that make you feel less valuable. Protected from the embarrassment that attempts to bind you to your history. Nothing, no one, no force, and no failure can take you away from me now that I have you in my hands. Remain in this haven of faith. Allow the assurance that I will take care of you to serve as the fulcrum that keeps you afloat through any storm. Your journey does not end here. It is being strengthened. There is no wait for you. They're developing you. We are not forgetting you. You are being shaped, and while you stay in my shadow, you will see triumphs that your heart has not yet dreamed of, because your tale is still being formed by the same hands that created the morning, and I haven't done it yet. I am teaching you, my dear child, to view yourself through the eyes of the one who created you, not through the prism of your history, your suffering, or your limitations. I think you're stronger than you think. You seem capable to me, and you have everything you need for both this season and the next. You seem strong to me, capable of rising above life's attempts to bury you. Above all, I perceive you as being inhabited by my spirit, breath, essence, and power. Despite what has occurred to you, you are not a victim. Loss, disappointment, or delay do not define you. You are a conduit of divine purpose and a bearer of my presence. You are infused with the same force that brought my kid back to life. That power is not far away. In you, it is alive. The adversary has made an effort to convince you that you are little, unimportant, and helpless in the face of the storms raging all around you. But I'm honest with you. Heaven is standing with you when you stand in my name. You are never alone. You are never outnumbered, and you are never defenseless. If this message resonated with you, my darling, hold on to it with all your heart. Press that like button with affection to demonstrate your faith and devotion. I am aware that sometimes fear tries to take hold when you consider the future and question whether you have what it takes to continue walking. I call you back under my shadow for that reason, so you can find strength in my presence, not so you can hide. Fear isn't making you shrink. Your faith is being strengthened. You can't fight your conflicts alone when you're walking close to me. You dress in mine and face them. And even seemingly indestructible walls start to crumble when you are clothed in my might. The bonds that bind you start to loosen, and the seemingly insurmountable starts to change. Don't hate these secret condiments. I may not be showing you the whole picture right now, but I am working on holy projects behind the scenes. I am nurturing something deep within you that will soon be shown to the world, just like a seed develops invisible before it explodes through the ground into the sunlight. I'm planting deep roots so that when the fruit comes, it will withstand all the storms. I'm molding your personality so that you'll be rooted in thankfulness and humility when the blessing arrives. In order for you to recognize my whisper, even when the world becomes too noisy with confusion, I am teaching you to distinguish my voice among the cacophony. Yes, I am aware that you have experienced the pain of betrayal and the sting of people abandoning you when you most needed them. But be aware of this, my kid. Every tear was visible to me. Every hurt weighed heavily on me. Furthermore, I have never abandoned you. I refuse to let those times define who you are. I am utilizing them to hone your judgment so you can distinguish between people who genuinely exhibit love and those who only act that way, as well as to deepen your compassion and soften your heart toward those who are suffering. Your life will not end because of the losses you have suffered. I'll introduce you to new folks, individuals that will accompany you in harmony, veracity, and divine intent. My restoration won't just give back what was taken away, it'll multiply it. The joy you believed was gone will come back more complete, richer, and full. Your once dead dreams will resurface with renewed vigor and clarity. Your life's empty spaces will be filled with new life. Because I am more than just the God who heals. The God who increases is me. I don't just restore things to their previous state. They're never better than they are when I'm around. Keep a keen eye out for the early indications of a breakthrough, a brief window of opportunity, a supportive remark, a brief respite from the chaos. Don't ignore these. Before the rain, these are the first drips. They indicate a change in your season. I'm always talking, so listen, darling. I am directing, molding, and getting you ready for the realization of all the promises I have made to you throughout your life. You have experienced days of doubt and times when you wondered if you were still headed in the correct direction. But pay close attention to me. You're not lost. You're not aimlessly wandering. My design incorporates every action you have performed, including the ones you believe to be errors. Not a single thread of your story has been thrown away, and I am the master weaver. I was headed in what appeared to be a detour. Preparation seems to be the cause of the delay. Even when my hand appeared to be hidden, I was precisely guiding you. Because I wanted you to learn to hear my voice above all others, I occasionally let you enter situations where you were no longer able to rely on your own power. I allowed you to experience struggles that pushed you over your breaking point, not to hurt you, but to show you how powerful I am inside of you. In order for you to learn about the beginning of me, I have allowed you to reach the end of yourself. You weren't meant to be destroyed by these moments. You were supposed to be redefined by them. Your identity in my kingdom is not defined by your history, your shortcomings, or other people's perceptions of you. Performance, material belongings, or public acceptance do not determine your value. To me, it is rooted in who you are. You are set apart, redeemed, chosen, and mine. Even though the world may ignore, undervalue, or reject you, I have called you by name, and you can't take that call back. The worth I attach to you is not transient. Lies have been whispered by the enemy, claiming that you missed your opportunity, that too much time has gone by, and that your errors have disqualified you. However, I quiet their lies today. Your failure is less than my mercy. Your regret is not as strong as my grace. Your life has been irrevocably called to me. I still feel the same way about you. I still stand by what I said to you before you breathed your first breath, and pay attention to me. You have not been called to live only to survive. You were created to walk in delight, to live abundantly, and to move with assurance. My child, if this message touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with others and subscribe for more divine words from God. Amen.